Running a marathon is tough, but doing it in Antarctica takes a special kind of endurance. Or maybe a special kind of crazy. This year's Antarctic Ice Marathon attracted 56 runners from 17 countries. The pack included an 84-year-old Canadian who became the oldest person ever to finish a marathon at the bottom of the world.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Flags across Minnesota are at half-staff today in honor of Purim native Charles Nord.
The National Guard soldier died earlier this month when the Black Hawk helicopter he was in crashed near St. Cloud. His funeral is today at Purim High School. And funeral services are set for the president and CEO of the Fargo-Moorhead West Fargo Chamber of Commerce. 59-year-old Craig Whitney died on Saturday.
He had been at the chamber for nearly 10 years. Visitation is scheduled from 5 to 7 Thursday night at the Umcomb Center in downtown Moorhead. Whitney's memorial service is at 10 Friday morning at the Avalon Event Center in South Fargo. A Minnesota judge says an inmate charged with killing a corrections officer with a hammer and knife is competent to stand trial. Edward Johnson is accused of bludgeoning Joseph Gom at the Minnesota Correctional Facility in Stillwater in July of 2018.
Prosecutors say Johnson used a prison-issued hammer and an improvised knife to stab Gom in the chest twice. At the time of Gom's killing, Johnson was serving a 29-year sentence for killing his girlfriend back in 2002.
It's now 9 minutes before 7. Let's get a check of our storm team forecast on this Monday with Lisa Green.
Good morning. Today, starting off your work week with some quiet weather, thankfully, after an active week last week and an active start to the week last week. We're looking at some better conditions this morning. There are probably some icy patches out there. We know that a lot of roads are still snow covered here, but we don't have additional snowfall coming down, and temperatures, they're cold, but not too bad, not as frigid as Saturday. So taking a look at those numbers, we are below 0 up north, 9 below in the Langdon area. It's 3 below in Grand Forks. Fargo, we're at 5 degrees right now, so a little bit milder and even warmer still the farther south we go. And we're at 20 in Sisseton to start off your morning right now. Looking at some winds that are pretty light. They are westerly or southwesterly in most cases, and that wind will lead to a lower wind chill throughout the day today, but southwesterly winds typically warm us up a little bit, and we're looking at some milder weather ahead. Our wind chills are down below 0 in a lot of spots. Langdon by far the worst off. We're at 29 below and 16 below your wind chill in Grand Forks, 7 below in Fargo. Here's a look at your radar and satellite map. Not much to show. There are going to be some clouds passing through from time to time today, and they could produce a flurry or a light snow shower or two, but overall that would be more likely into tonight and early tomorrow morning, and we're still looking at a good amount of sunshine coming up for today. Here's a look at that in your hour-by-hour planner. You can see that most areas enjoying some sun, and in addition to that, temperatures that are above 0. We're looking at some teens to about 20 for this afternoon for your highs, and again, there are those clouds and a few spotty areas of light snow to some flurries as we continue into the nighttime hours. Heading into tomorrow morning, you can see we're starting off the day on a quieter note. Temperatures similar to today, perhaps slightly milder, and that potential for a flake or two still there as we head into the early part of the day tomorrow. The first half of the week will be the colder half of the week. We are looking at a pretty frigid start on Wednesday, 12 below your start. We do warm up, and then we just build off of that as we head into the weekend. And Saturday looks great for tailgaters, a high of 29. Got some last minute shopping to do this weekend. Right now, it doesn't look like we've got any weather interfering with that, and temperatures that are a little more comfortable to be out and about. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. Now, the past few mornings, I felt like I've only gotten to be the bearer of bad news with how the weather's been affecting the road conditions. However, today, good news. The roads are looking better today than they have in the past few morning commutes. So good news for anyone making their way out the door right now. The roads are looking much better than they were late last week. However, there are definitely still some icy patches to watch out for, and some areas that are still a tiny bit snow covered, but it's nothing like what we were facing late last week. So good news. More good news, traffic flow is moving along quite nicely here on northbound I-29. Now you can see it's getting a little bit busier. It's been been building up all morning. Things started off fairly light, much lighter than what we were seeing, like I said earlier, late last week. However, they've been building up consistently throughout the day. We're really just kind of getting to a point where things are getting busy. So here on northbound I-29, things are looking a little bit more crowded, but things are still moving along freely. Now, you can see to the left and to the right of me here, everything is still moving along fairly nicely. The southbound lanes of I-29 still looking fairly free. So if you haven't made your way out the door yet, I'd highly recommend doing it in the next few minutes before things get even busier. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour in the Fargo CW, but for now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Investigators are looking for the cause of a fire that totaled an apartment complex in the Northern Valley. Firefighters got the call about a major fire Saturday afternoon at the Pacific Avenue Apartments in Argyle, Minnesota.
But there were no injuries. Fire officials tell us the 12-unit building is a total loss. Structural engineers are starting an investigation today into problems at the Fargo-Moorhead Community Theater. The building was shut down temporarily Saturday night because of an issue with the auditorium's roof.
The closure canceled the last few performances of A Christmas Carol. FMCT says it will be refunding everyone for the past weekend's performance, and theater managers are also working on details for the scheduled run of A Charlie Brown Christmas this weekend. North Dakota has reached a production record of 1.5 million barrels of oil per day. The state's Mineral Resources Director says it happened in October. Production is expected to continue to increase in the Bakken oil field for the foreseeable future because OPEC and Russia agreed to curb oil outputs this month to reduce an abundant global supply.
Make sure to play it smart if you're heading out to shop in these final days before Christmas. Fargo police remind you to never leave your vehicle running with keys inside. That's easy pickings for a car thief. Try to avoid leaving your purchases in your car, but if you have to, at least keep them out of sight and, of course, keep your doors locked. While many kids have toys on their Christmas list, some wish to have a bed to sleep on.
And Slumberland is making their wishes come true today. And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live from the store with more. Hi, Abby.
Hi, good morning, Lisa and Jordan. It is their 25th anniversary here at Slumberland for making homes for the holiday, but it's more than just the mattresses. Community members get behind making sure that kids have something to cuddle up with at night to keep them warm, and that's why I'm here with Shirley Hill. And Shirley, you create all the quilts for the kids too, but there's kind of a backstory with this. This is a tradition. Can you tell us a little bit about how this got started?
Well, my daughter, Vicki Meyer, started it. She had called Derek and wanted to know if she could make quilts for the beds. And so he said, of course, and that's how it got going. Well, she had me help her some. I didn't know how to sew at that time, but I helped her anyway and doing things. And then about a year after that, she got sick. So then I helped more and more. And at that time, we only made about 35 quilts for the year. So we were able to do it. And then she got cancer, and so she fought that for 4 years.
Wow.
And she passed away 4 years ago. So I've been on my own since then.
Yeah.
But I have had some help with other people, and it's just something I promised her I'd do.
Yeah. And so now you're carrying on that tradition, and you've made 73 quilts this year, but
I didn't make 73 this year.
oh, how many did you make this year?
I think I made 35 this year.
Okay.
But there was some left over from before, so that's what happened this year. So next year, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. But everyone is unique and different too. Why do you think it's so important for children to have these quilts?
Well, I think, they're nice and warm. I make them out of flannel on both sides with the batting, and I like to make them colorful.
Yeah.
Because I think little kids like colorful quilts.
And so you want to kind of carry this tradition on for your daughter too, because like
absolutely.
you said, it's something you promised her.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope I can.
It's such a great time of year. This event comes at the perfect time with Christmas just around the corner, and it's kind of hard to talk about, kids not having a bed to sleep on, but that's why Slumberland wants to make sure that they continue this annual event as well. So powerful. I absolutely love this mission.
Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. Montana State is making the trip to Fargo this weekend for the semi-final round now of the FCS playoffs. The Bobcats will be trying to stop the Bison from advancing to the championship game again in Frisco, Texas.
So be sure to join us at high noon Saturday for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison football pregame show. We'll get you pumped for the game at 1 in the afternoon on ESPN2. And now let's get the answer to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, 20% of people between the ages of 18 and 34 can't do this.
The answer, tell time on an analog clock. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. I wish I couldn't tell the temperature, but it just is so easy on your phone. Although it's above 0 today.
Yeah, and it's always good to know what you're going to be running into, right? Even if we're dreading it. And today we're looking at a little bit better. We're looking at temperatures into the teens, but not only that, some sunshine today too. That's a good combo to start off the work week. And as we look ahead to the weekend, we're going to be even warmer. But again, this morning it is a little chilly. You're still going to need to bundle up. We've got some places below 0 up north. And for now, some sunshine. There may be a few clouds and maybe even some flurries, but overall looking good today.
I like it. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now on the Fargo CW.